Climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. Today we are ranting about tyrants. Now, throughout human civilization, we've had good societies, we've had bad societies, we've had the Age of Enlightenment, Renaissance, Industrial Age, the age of democracies rising up from monarchies. But unfortunately, we've also had a darker history with tyrants. From like Saddam Hussein, Mao, Pol Pot, Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, Caligula, Genghis Khan, Henry VIII. Well, he was kind of a tyrant to his wives. I don't know if overall he was a bad king, but anyways, still, I mean, come on, dude. Just divorce him and move on, dude. Ivan the Terrible, Nero, who fiddled while Rome burned, Vlad the Impaler, a.k.a. Bram Stoker's, I guess his template for Dracula, right? So I guess without Vlad the Impaler, we wouldn't have Dracula, because that's where Bram Stoker got his inspiration for Dracula. Wait a minute, this is not a political channel? What? Oh, we're supposed to be ranting about the Tyrant, the car. Sorry, anyways. The Overflod Tyrant, the latest supercar in Grand Theft Auto Online. It came out on Tuesday, along with the Dominator GTX muscle car. The Tyrant listed at Legendary Motorsports for $2.5 million. Now, I'll say this about the Tyrant. She's definitely a looker. I mean, she looks really, really good. But whenever I see a vehicle that has an expensive price tag to it, a lot of times it's supercars, unfortunately, you have to ask yourself, is it worth that much money for this car? And to be honest, despite the looks, I don't think so. The way I look at it is, it's like this older gentleman, right? In his 60s, 70s, and he has like this really, really hot, younger, way younger girlfriend or wife. Like, she's like 40, 50 years younger than him. And you're just seeing him, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, there's obviously love there and chemistry, and they probably met through like one of these dating sites, and they just had the same interests, like stamp collecting, bird watching, or going to check out the dolphins or the whales or whatever. We know the truth. He's extremely rich. She's extremely hot. That's probably the only really thing going on there. She sees the money. He sees a little something else, right? So that's the way I look at it when it comes to the Tyrant. The Tyrant is all about the looks. That's all she has going for her. She doesn't have a personality. She doesn't have much customization. And despite her looks, her overall performance, not so good. And this is a sad trend that has been transpiring with most recent supercars. I don't know if it's because of the flag issue that Rockstar has introduced to a lot of these cars, like the XXR, Taipan, Tezerec. All of them expensive. Like the cheapest one, I believe, is the Taipan, and that's almost $2 million. I think the most expensive is the Tezerec, right? But still, very expensive supercars overall. You'd expect them to at the very least be able to compete with the current top-tier supercars. But sadly, they don't. And that's my big issue. If you're going to, throw out a chunk of money like $2.5 million for the Tyrant, or for like whatever the Tezerec was, it was way more expensive. But the issue is, I'm the kind of person that when I purchase something, I want to say that I'm actually getting something of value for my purchase. And if it cannot compete with the top tier supercars, like for example, as we always bring up in these circumstances, the Wagner, which is only $1.7 million. Yeah, I realize the Wagner is not a looker like the Tyrant, but this is a fine example. Looks aren't everything. The Wagner looks okay. She's not a supermodel hot, but she's got a lot going on under the hood. She's got the good performance. She's reliable. She's loyal. She's not as expensive. So there you go. The Wagner, a way better choice. See, you put those two up there. You're like, who would you rather spend the rest of your life with? The Wagner, she looks okay. Not the best looking, but she's got all these other personalities, chemistry, compatibility. She's everything else you want. Or you just have the Tyrant. Way more needy, way more expensive. All she has is looks. In the end, those looks are going to go away. Looks don't last forever. We get older. I'm talking about cars, right? Oh, yeah. Got off the beaten track once again. So, anyways, I'm just tired of seeing this. I'm tired of Rockstar putting out ridiculously expensive supercars and we're not getting our money's worth. If it costs this much money, then it should be able to compete with the other supercars. I'm not asking it to beat the Wagner. I'm asking it to be able to put up a fight in these races, to be able to have a chance at winning, whether it comes to lap time or top speed, going around curves, corners, stunt racing, whatever. That's all I'm asking for. Is that too much to ask? I realize there's a lot of people out there that got plenty of money in Grand Theft Auto Online. You're one of those rich 67-year-olds I'm talking about. I know you're not really 60 or 70. That's not the point. The point is you have a ton of money, whether it's from grinding or a shark card addiction or through other nefarious means, and you can afford the Tyrant. Okay, fine. It's your money. Go buy it. Enjoy the lack of customization that you get with the Tyrant. Enjoy the fact that all she is just going to be another nice thing for you to look at in your garage because her overall performance sucks compared to other supercars. It just feels like I'm doing the same rant over and over again, but with a different supercar. It gets a little tiresome. There's one thing that this car lives up to. It is most definitely a Tyrant on your Maze bank account. And if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode, feel free and leave it below in the comments section via Twitter, Facebook, or Discord. All the social links to the GeauxBurns Nation found below in the description section.